This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Phil Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
Sorry, Lilith Hellfire. Get a little bit of Peter, but
I was gonna say,
get some May from May. That's right, kids. Welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil. Join me as always. It is
Lilith Flippin' Hellfire.
That's right. For the month of May, we're going to be covering some Mayday Parker.
Phil and his gimmicks. It could have been Black Widow, but Marvel was playing with us. So.
Stay tuned for July. Stay tuned for June for our little crossover with his Black kids over at DWM. Those sexy bitches. Anyway.
Nobody told Rob.
Nobody tell Rob. All right, so we're covering the first quote unquote the first two issues of Spider-Girl. The first one actually was from What If 105, which they kind of reprinted as Spider-Girl number 0.
Yeah. Lazy, but fine.
So, well, in case you missed it, here you go.
Hey, you ever wonder what would happen if Peter was married to Mary Jane and they had a kid and it wasn't a boy?
Did you ever wonder what would have happened if Norman hadn't made them miscarry at the end of the Clone Saga?
Shut your filthy mouth.
What about the kid or Norman?
Norman. We don't speak hobble gobble until November. You know this.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be hairy.
Hey-o.
Well, and again, it's just like, I don't know, that whole Osborn family. It's just
amnesia and bad hair.
Just bad life decisions, kids. All right, so you can read this first one either, in its original form of What If 105 or Spider-Girl number 0.
I have both.
I was gonna say, I know at least number 0. I didn't even look to see if 105 is on there, but it is on Marvel Unlimited. So, What If 105 from February? Oh, yeah, What If 105 was from February 1998. Remember the end of the night?
Late 1900s.
The late 20th century.
I hate these kids.
Oh my lord! Well, Russell's in. It's me, the GOB.
Sup, Russell?
He said he had to mow the lawn during the last episode, but he's here now. And you sent in feedback. Come on, Ray. It's Marvel. There's no excuse.
He's doing a million podcasts. Excuse me. He has an excuse.
Might be sleeping at this point. It's the other side of the planet. Okay, so you were saying the kids. I mean, before I get to the synopsis, so you're younger than me. So this give you cringe? Does this make you cringe? Or like, this is what they thought kids sounded like?
Yeah, that too.
I mean, it's Tom DeFalco writing this. I mean,
he's notorious for the dialogue at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like his writing, but it's like sometimes it's like,
I think he was like watching Static Shock and goes, "Yeah, that's how the kids should talk in my universe in this web."
He was looking for the catchy phrases. Like I even saw this during Eric Masterson's stuff. Yeah, it's just.
You want a slogan to put on a t-shirt so bad, don't you, buddy?
So yeah, this is Legacy in black and white.
Ooh.
But yeah, like I said, the credits here.
Well, it's Ron Friends and Tom DeFalco doing the script and the plot. And pencils, apparently.
Exactly. That's what I was going to get to. Yeah. Ron Friends, you say?
This is Comics Illustrator Ron Friends, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
Thank you, Ron.
Really nice guy. And I might be able to meet him one day at a con if this stupid COVID.
If the world would just open back up.
I don't know. Steel City Con's seeming pretty confident they're going to have a show in June. So,
So you're going to need your little vaccine passport, or like they're just checking temperatures? Did they say?
I don't know. It didn't say, but I would assume. I mean, Shatner's going to be there. There's going to be like at least 3 Walking Dead casts there. So
sounds fun.
Even with a vaccine.
Well, Comic-Con is rebranding for like, what was it, October or something like that? A few less days in October. So.
But Russell said, end of the series brought back the original Hobgoblin. Yes. How he was in Stern to Felker Run. It was great. Yes, it was.
Absolutely. But yeah, we open up this issue. She's playing basketball. They're playing basketball.
I was going to say, I got the synopsis. Yes. This issue asks the following question. What if Mary Jane had never lost a baby and Spider-Man had a Spider-Girl? It focuses on the outcome.
Named her Gwen, and Mary Jane's like, oh, the F you didn't.
If it's not May, it's Anna. Damn it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it focuses on what could have happened at the end of the Clone Saga. Now at the age of 15, get it? Mayday Parker is the captain of her high school girls basketball team at Midtown High School in Queens, where her father went.
Represent.
Exhibiting some wowing abilities on the court, Mary Jane and Peter begin to worry she may have inherited some of Peter's Spider-Man abilities.
Radioactive Spider-Girl.
Oh my God, Peter, is she going to start screaming power and responsibility every 2 seconds?
First of all, sir, get out.
And future Lilith says, thank you, Chug Chug.
Exactly. Floating heads of guilt. Like, wait a minute, I don't even know Uncle Ben. What the hell is this?
Oh, my Lord. Oh, wait, Russell's been busy. I love Ron Friends. Hey, scroll way down. I talked to him like twice, so. Go check it out, Russell. Give me the downloads. He got free passes for Huntington Comic Con. And he's vaccinated, so he's going.
Congratulations on the stabby stab, my friend.
Whoa! Whoa! What I tell Lilith after every weekend. It's a joke. Like, Lilith Hellfire has human contact anymore.
Exactly. Allegedly. For legal purposes, that was a joke.
To keep people out of prison.
So I like that she's athletic and she's not a nerd like her dad. She took after her mama, being the outgoing extrovert. No, seriously, I'm being serious. I like that choice.
I mean, yeah, that is pretty cool. I mean, she does kind of get like
she's Flash. Wait a minute, are we sure this is Peter's baby? This might
be
the Flash's baby.
Well, no, I mean, she gets the best of both her parents. I mean, she has her father's brain, but she has her mother's looks and. Basically the best of both. And some spider DNA.
Talk about your spider babies.
Shout out to No Earth to Fear. Great job, Saren, and whatever that other guy's name is.
Ray's just going, what the F?
What the F? Couple of balls down the gob.
As they congratulate her, a shadowy figure looks on from the shadows. What is this, the Clone Saga?
Basically. I mean, if you don't know who that is, from the shadow alone.
I know. It's just... But again, there's always somebody lurking in the Clone Saga. I mean, it gets so bad in the Clone Saga. There's people lurking behind the lurkers, like lurking on them.
Who lurks behind the lurker?
Seriously.
I don't know what's going on.
Like I swear every month I'm like telling Ray and Matt, okay, well this guy's lurking on Peter, but then there's a lurker behind him working for the big mastermind. Yeah, it's just lurkers.
Perception.
May then blows off the jocks to hang out with her nerdy, quote unquote, friends.
White and nerdy.
Do not bring up Al Yankovic.
You'll summon Charlie Esser.
I was gonna say you're gonna channel somebody.
We're doing me now.
I think he has a shrine to Weird Al in his apartment.
Legend has it, if you say Weird Al Yankovic 3 times, Charlie Esser shows up at your house.
If you say Weird Al Yankovic into a mirror 3 times, Charlie Esser and that mustache will appear. Mary Jane and Peter walk home, and Peter recounts how he no longer is Spider-Man because he had a large confrontation with Norman Osborn 2 years after May was born, where Norman died and Peter lost the will to continue as Spider-Man. Well, and part of his leg.
That could slow you down just a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that was the best thing you ever see on Twitter. Net people are like, oh, describe your favorite movie or comic book badly. For Spider-Man, someone put, nerd gets radiation poisoning and gets all sticky.
I mean, wait a minute. Did my alt account write that? We go back and check the history on that one.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah. Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Drunk.
I like the battle panel that they were depicting in the flashback.
The flashback, yeah. Again, that's like that classic when they were on Amazing Spider-Man, yeah. Without having to be Spider-Man, they never revealed to May who he had been. Elsewhere, May and her friends Jimmy, Yama, and Courtney are attacked by the Green Goblin.
It's like at that point, you kind of wish she would have just hung out with the popular kids. Get rid of all the popular kids.
Well, then he would have attacked the popular kids.
Exactly my point. Let the nerds be free.
Who got some jocks? He wants May to pass on the message to Peter that he will be waiting at the bridge the next night. The bridge.
Le bridge.
What bridge? Oh, your dad knows. He brings it up every 2 seconds.
Mary Jane's just glad she's not a blonde.
Hello.
During her photo shoots, is no. You have to keep this red. You have to keep this red.
Oh my God, I'm a redhead. Oh, thank God, my daughter's not a blonde. Thank God.
Exactly.
Power and responsibility, and that bridge always gets brought up. Peter decides to try to contact Normie Osborn, Norman's grandson.
Not Normie! Because he's anything but normal.
It's named after the grandfather. Yeah, there's no way that's normal.
Exactly.
He gets through to Normie's stepfather. Why don't they? It's Foggy Nelson. Because back in the 90s, Foggy and Liz dated for a while.
He dodged a bullet on that one.
Hello. I don't know, man.
Quite literally.
He dodged that glider.
Oh,
Lord. Who tells Peter he hasn't seen Normie since his mother grew ill. He relates this information to Mary Jane and May in the process overhears them talking about him being Spider-Man.
Oh man, could you imagine that's how you find out you're adopted? No, I'm kidding.
I know it's not just that your father's like this. I mean, again, it's just like, oh hey kid, guess what? We didn't tell you the whole truth about your genetics.
Rude.
By the way,
even if it was dormant, she could have still passed it down to her kid, so they should have literally told her.
Exactly. And again, who knows how? You never know how that's going to manifest in her. I mean, she was born with it.
Exactly.
The next day, while Peter tries to get the help of the help first of the Fantastic Five.
It's always the Fantastic Four, bro. Like, I like the callbacks to it, bro. I love it.
Fantastic Five, and when that doesn't work, they're not home. Then he goes to the Avengers.
Literally, do you guys see what they're doing? It's so funny.
Run by Jubilee.
Shout out to the Jubilee, which honestly I feel like Mayday Parker was kind of modeled after with the short dark hair and stuff and the sassy attitude. Just shouts out to that. Not enough Jubilee love in the fandom or books, period.
They haven't done much with her in the last few years.
They even booted her out of the movies, which made me mad.
I know.
Justice for Jubilee. Too bad we're doing Black Widow in July. We could have done Jubilation July.
Oh, maybe we'll squeeze some in somewhere.
No, just put it on the calendar for next year's July. It's fine.
I was gonna say we could do Comic Cape, but we could take a flash break 1 month first. I was planning some X-Men, so we could do some X-Men.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. Well, yeah, Peter goes to tries to get the Fantastic Five and the Avengers. Then May starts to experiment with her new powers. She later
what?
Well, not that experiment with her powers. She later confronts Mary Jane about the conversation from the previous night, and MJ explains everything to her. That evening, Peter shows up at the bridge to face Normie, who is
Bro, his hair. Like, oh my, I don't know if it's, like, I don't know what's worse, the hair or the tattoo. The tattoo, honor thy father, kill the spider, revenge on the front. It's just like, okay, you're an edgelord, bro. Calm down.
Seriously. And it's like, if you're the tattoo artist, we'd be like, oh, what's this about? Honor your father, kill this spider. What?
He's just like, I don't know what's going on. Give me my $500.
God, if he was more extra, that shoulder tattoo would have been a tramp stamp. But Normie is miffed. I think he's a little more than miffed. Peter wasn't wearing his Spider-Man suit. Mary Jane shows up to try to reason with Normie, but May shows up as well wearing Ben Reilly's old Spider-Man costume.
Get out, sir! Get the hell out! I don't want it anymore.
Oh my. Since when have you said that?
Yeah, whatever. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man's clone. He's the guy. He's got a sweatshirt. Yeah, that's how you know he's different. And he's a blonde hair.
Yeah, whatever.
She puts on a blonde wig. She's like, oh, I'm gonna honor my uncle.
Dyes her hair blonde. No, stay away from
me. Exactly.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if Norman would have killed Ben at the bridge? He did have blonde hair at that point.
Can somebody rewrite that? No offense.
Oh my God. Okay. Nobody tell Rob. What if Norman would have banged Ben and then killed him on that bridge? You thought that you thought him knocking up Gwen Stacy was controversial?
Okay, I'm sure there's a fanfic that exists, and if you wrote it or you've seen it, please.
And I'm sure it's on the computer I see behind Lilith Hellfire.
No, that's the work computer.
Oh.
No.
No, it's in the other room, a report computer. So yeah, she shows up in Ben Reilly's. Oh, we'll get it, Lilith. It's her Uncle Ben's suit.
Exactly.
Great power, great responsibility. That's her Uncle Ben.
Damn it! You can't escape it!
Fighting ensues. And May is able to stop Normie with one of his own pumpkin bombs. Yeah, she webs it to his hands.
Amateur.
I just love Peter. Yes. Blow off one of their limbs. Yes.
The ultimate revenge.
Talk
about honor thy father revenge, you know.
Although he is about to be hit and possibly killed by an oncoming truck, May saves him anyway.
Stupid.
Great power, great responsibility, love.
Nah, Nah, man, you gotta get rid of him. He's after your family, bro. He won't stop. One day he might get lucky.
Oh yeah, he knows your secrets. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like when Barry revealed, like in what was that, season 5, when he revealed himself to all the metas. You knew they had to die, except for Ralph. Duh.
I don't have to kill you, but this truck will.
You have a great power, an even greater sense of no.
I mean, I think they were just trying to show, she's a good person, and maybe even, eventually she'll be more competent than Peter.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Oh,
come on, he's made a couple of utterly bad life decisions.
A few. As the cops take him away, Normie raves on and on about Spider-Girl, but no one believes him. Yeah, right, a girl. Yeah, as a superhero. Yeah, right.
And she's not invisible.
And she wasn't wearing a revealing costume. Yeah, right.
Exactly. No boob window. You lost me at no boob window, sir.
We couldn't see her bare legs. Yeah, weird story's ridiculous. The Parkers later burned Peter's old costumes and assorted gear, but an open-ended conclusion shows May's designs for her own suit in a tantalizing "the end?" ?
This could be the first day of the rest of your life, kiddo.
That's right.
Now that I think about it, she is drawn to look more like Anna, which is weird. So she looks like Anna, but is named after May.
Well, she has that Watson DNA.
Definitely. I mean, you saw the outfit. Not to sexualize a 15-year-old, even though it's in a comic book. Just saying.
Well, hey, I mean, some girls develop earlier,
Yeah, stop drinking milk. Cow's milk is bad for you. Weirdos.
I mean, yeah, and she is Mary Jane's daughter. And
it would have been funnier if she was like, on the journalism squad, or just like the photo photographer for the journalism class.
I mean, I think they wanted to give her like a womanly shape, because it would have been weird if she put on the costume and people are like calling her.
And she looks like Lola Bunny from the new Space Jam. Yeah, that would have been weird.
Or like she hadn't developed yet, and everyone's like calling her Spider-Man. She's like, no, I'm a girl.
Well, I mean, you don't really want them to know that you're a girl either, though.
I guess.
Gotta take these puppies down.
Whoa.
But yeah, I like this What If. It definitely is interesting, and they felt so too, because they made a whole series about it.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was it Ron Friends was saying? Yeah, I mean it was pretty popular right away. So they like came to them and they're like, oh hey, So I guess they're starting the whole MC2 line, which again, for
I like that line, but
yeah,
it got really sketchy really quick, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, the only thing really the with lasting power over there was Spider-Girl.
So next issue?
Yes, because this one's written by Tom DeFalco again, but this time penciler Pat Olive. Because I was trying to remember, because I think they were talking about Ron doing Spider-Girl. I mean, eventually he would, but like doing it from the beginning. But then I think he was on something else, so it was just like a time thing. So yeah, Spider-Girl issue 1 from October 1998. So they didn't waste any time. Couple months, they're like, okay.
I think they already knew that's, you know what I mean? They were like, oh, if you read this What If, people are going to like it. It's Spider-Man. Shoot off,
Mm-hmm. So this one, Choices.
Choices.
Mayday Parker is still trying to reason with her newfound powers and whether or not she should continue to use them in a superhero capacity. She begins to research Spider-Man and ends up talking to her father's assistant, Phil Perich.
Damn it, man! Can't catch a break.
God. Maybe if we run out of material, we might do a gobble month on Phil Perich some year down the line.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple years down the line, homie.
I mean, he makes Harry look competent.
Really hard to do, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Phil informs her about the legacy of Spider-Man, as some speculate about how a freak accident led to his creation and how he was first an entertainment toy burglar. Oh, Lord, take a drink, Lilith. He let go, killed someone, but he was an entertainment toy burglar. He let go, killed someone close to him. Power, responsibility. Yeah, we really need that power and responsibility drop.
We do.
Before long, Peter shows up, and as he, May, and Captain Ruse are leaving the precinct, Peter and May feel their spider sense tingling. Oh, she inherited the tingle.
I feel like she should have been getting that her whole life, and she just didn't know what it was.
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting ting.
Well, again, I think technically, isn't she a mutant? So I'm wondering if it was just nothing kicked in until puberty.
True enough.
And again, I wonder how long it's been. And two, it's like
she's got boobs, so she hit puberty.
I'm just saying, did she hit puberty like a week ago? But and again, too, it's like unless you know your dad's Spider-Man, would you know what that tingle is?
I would bring it up. Like, what is that weird thing that happens? Like when I cross the street and a car almost hits me. Do you feel that? Is that just me?
Or those parents have been so protective, like that spider sense has never gone off. Well, I shouldn't say that. She lives in New York. That spider sense has just gone off sometime. Yes, a suspicious man begins to follow Peter and Captain Ruse, but May ambushes the man in an alley. Scurrying up a wall, she avoids letting the man see her as she tails him as he goes into a clothing store. Yeah, doesn't she? Yeah, puts like a trash can over his head so he doesn't see her. But yeah, she trails him to a clothing store. She decides to leave the man be since he didn't commit any crime that she saw. Back at school, her friend, Davida Kirby, is that a shout out, Kirby?
Yeah, definitely.
Tries to get her to loosen up by going to the mall after basketball practice. But May is down because she starts to feel using her powers on the court is too much of an advantage to exploit.
Girl, you better go to the NBA and make those $1,000.
Great power, great responsibility. She just heard the story about how Spider-Man was an entertainment, Lilith, and how badly that went.
Yeah, but she's really not hurting anybody. Like, just don't dunk.
Well, I think it's more the time commitment. Should I be trying to catch those burglars?
Again, you live in New York full of superheroes. You'll be okay.
At home, over dinner, Peter talks about how he is working on a case with mobsters dealing with the fashion industry. Man, shouldn't you guys be talking to Mary Jane? I mean, boy, that fashion scene in the Marvel Universe must be really lucrative. I mean, mobsters.
You gotta remember it's the 90s though, so actually a lot of modeling can be traced to human trafficking in real life, so I think maybe that's what they're hinting at.
Maybe. I was gonna say even Roderick Kingsley came from the fashion industry.
Well, fashion is very lucrative. Making women feel bad about themselves and then selling them products, yes, it is very lucrative. It's a multi-billion-dollar business a year.
I was gonna say, I guess in the last couple thousand years has taught us anything.
Especially the late 90s. You gotta think Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, Claudia Schiffer. That was fashion was having a moment. So I get it.
May begins to think that there may be a connection with the man since he went into a clothing store. Donning a makeshift black costume, all Matt Murdock style, and using some web shooters she kept hidden, she takes to the city.
Tapping my way downtown. Tapping my way downtown.
She takes to the city, infiltrating the clothing store. She finds her man, Shaky, being grilled by his employer, the masked Mr. Nobody.
By the way, that movie Nobody with the guy from Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Go
see it.
I was thinking about watching it on demand.
I mean, if you like Taken, those kind of movies.
Okay.
it's up your alley. But that, like, you don't expect that guy to be so good, but like he does his own stunts, so I definitely wanted to shout him out. I like that movie a lot.
Oh yeah, I was tempted. So it is good.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I want to watch that. Oh, of course. Russell says he has big plans for Mr. Kingsley.
Well, yeah, there's a lot to be had for that man.
Gobble gobble. Oh my god, the 80s for Roderick Kingsley, hiding his identity behind all other people.
He was smart.
He was so fancy, man.
So's Kingpin. Your point?
I know. So let's get back to Mr. Nobody. She takes them on until Captain Ruse and the police show up. May makes it out the window, and Mr. Nobody is able to teleport out as well. Mr. Nobody then shows up in the prison cell of none other than the Kingpin.
Speaking of which, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
And to tell him about what happened. Back at the Parkers, May sits in her room pretending to be asleep for Peter to come talk to her. He doesn't. And over the next few days, she begins working on her very own costume as the issue comes to an end. Just looking at the notes. So I don't think it means anything. Her basketball jersey is 34. Number 34.
But is her best friend's 35?
What?
34 plus 35. Add it up, bro.
Oh, I should have seen that one coming. Hang me upside down, why don't you? All right, so what did you think about this one?
I thought it was a little more slower paced for sure, but it was still good. Like I said, I like the artwork. The story just seemed a little slow, but it's a first issue.
It is weird though. That's like she doesn't get like really the costume until the end of this issue because I mean, yeah, it's issue 1, but we did kind of get an issue 0, so it's. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised, especially in the 90s.
I think a lot of people thought that maybe the editors thought that not a lot of people bought it or something like that, so they just.
It just seems weird to me, especially in the 90s, that it takes like pretty much 2 full issues before she gets that suit.
Milking it. We're coming into the 2000s, so
True. Oh yes, and Russell is recording his Hobgoblin Historia episode 3 and 4 next week. So, if you want to give payback,
nice
payback. But yes, if anyone wants to listen to Russell on Tomes of Evil. Speaking of which, we have feedback from Russell.
Really?
Yes, for this. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
So yes, this is Russell from the Tomes of Evil podcast. It's always interesting because he's always talking villains to hear what he thinks about. See what he thinks about Spider-Girl.
Hello, Capes and Lunatics. This is Russell, and I'm going to give my thoughts on Mayday May, the What If issue, and Spider-Girl #1. Really interesting stuff. This is everything you could want out of a What If issue. A cool setup, a cool hook. I love the background they give about why Peter had to retire as Spider-Man, and was of course in battle with his arch nemesis, the Green Goblin. But yeah, I like the setup. I like Mayday as a character. She's very 90s, and I have some mixed feelings about Normie Osborn as the Green Goblin. His outfit is basically the Hobgoblin's costume, but it's green and purple, which is pretty awesome. But then, oh my God, he's covered in those awful tattoos, those just edgelord tattoos.
90s, bro.
Goodness. And he doesn't even have a goblin glider. He has I couldn't quite tell if it was a jetpack or like some like rocket boots or what, but yeah, it's weird. Anyway, it was a nice little story. I don't know if they knew that this was going to end up being a spinoff or whatever. I didn't
whatever.
like the first issue of the main series quite as much. I think mostly because it was exposition. Not only did we kind of have to briefly recap who May is, which makes sense for a first issue, but we had to recap Spider-Man's origin
Great
too.
power, great
I
responsibility.
I don't quite understand that. It was fine. Felt not as exciting as a first issue you would want to have, but it is what it is. I think I would. I'd give the What If issue. I would give that an A minus, and I would give the Spider Girl issue a B minus.
I kind of agree with
Russell, and I'm going to hop on my Goblin Glider, or in this case, my Goblin Rocket Boots with some bad tattoos, and I'm going to take off right out of here. Thank you.
Thank you, Russell. We appreciate your feedback.
Thank you. But I mean, he kind of has a point. It's just like, I don't know. It's just weird because it's like, I mean, we got some action and introduction, and everything, in the What If, issue 0, whatever. But yeah, then I don't know. Then the first issue kind of slows it down somewhat.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a retread, but
again, it's like 6 months later this issue came out, so I guess they were just like, well, let's catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, Russell wanted to know, as Mr. Nobody, a reference to the 60s Spider-Man cartoon Dr. Noah Body. Really? They went there?
What was that, a Bond villain?
Sounds like it. Noah Body. We'll look at that body. Oh, good Lord. Oh, but
so would you agree with Russell's grading?
Yeah, I think issue 1, though, I'd probably give it like a solid B instead of a B minus. But yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement.
The artwork is amazing. Buy it for the artwork alone. The covers on this series too, by the way, absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And some of these have variants, if I remember right. So
yeah.
I like the black and white variant of the first issue. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's so many good covers in this series. Because but I did want to ask you, did you read Spider-Man Spider's Shadow?
Not yet. Should I be reading it?
I mean, it's interesting. Speaking of Roderick, because this takes place around Amazing 258. I guess they're basically what they're doing now. Like they're doing what ifs, but instead of like one and dones, they're doing like what if mini series, and this is the first one.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna help you.
Is it gonna tie into the TV show? They're just doing that just because.
I don't know. Probably a little column A, a little column B. But yeah, I mean, it's Chip Zdarsky, so yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah, it's Chip. I buy on site. Y'all know how that goes.
Yeah,
it's like him and Tim. Yeah, even if it's independent stuff, I'm buying it on site. So.
I mean, like we said, I mean, they're redoing that What If number 4, where it's like, what if Pete kept the suit? But I mean, it gets, it doesn't kill him like it did in that issue. But yeah, it gets dark.
Good. I mean, because Spider-Man's life's kind of messed up. We just kind of don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
talk about somebody that needs to go to therapy.
Especially by the end, it looks like they're giving you some horror vibes. So.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely pick it up then. Y'all know how I love horror, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got the horror vibe. It's very. I think they do honor the time period it's supposed to be set in, and he smacks Roderick around. So I think you want to, the suits give him angry vibes. And they do homage that Amazing 258. So yes, you do see, Johnny Storm and Reed Richards. So.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, if you're a Spider-Man fan, especially of that era, yeah, definitely pick up that book.
Thank you for the recommendation, sir.
Did you read Nonstop Spider-Man number 2?
Unfortunately, I did. I don't like this book, but it's fine. Still
feel the same as you did with the first one?
Not for me, but it's for somebody.
I mean,
it's not even a bad. Like I said, it's not even a bad book. It's just the fact that it's not for me. It's clearly not written for my demographic.
well, is this for the younger kids? Because I don't know. I was like, I mean, if you like nonstop action, well, get it, nonstop action. It's fine.
I mean, it's a way to do. Like, I love who doesn't love a punch 'em up? But like, Spider-Man has so many nuances and so many other books. Like, that's how you're gonna differentiate yourself, is by making it all action, all style and no substance. Really?
And again, it's like, I mean, Nora Winters, really? I mean, I get what they're trying to do, the buddy cop comedy where they hate each other, but it's I think I might have appreciated more like, Mary Jane helping him out or something. Why do we got to do Nora Winters?
Somebody wants their shekel.
Who, Dan Slott?
Yeah.
Oh, hell. Then we only got one page of Zemo. I'm like, come on, I thought we were going to,
I would assume they would be playing up Zemo very heavily right now, but
oh, seriously? That's why I thought he was in the first issue. I'm like, okay, Falcon Winter Soldier, let's
synergy activate.
Let's Zemo the hell out of this thing. Come on.
I would still pick it up. Like I said, it's a decent book. Like, I'm just trying to figure out who's actually reading this book, because I don't really see any of the critics that I normally like reading this book. It's a lot of like indie spaces reading this book, so I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if yeah, Peter's investigating because one of his friends, got involved with this whole drug. I don't know if it's supposed to be a touchy-feely thing, because it's just like a punch 'em up. So it's like, if you're not looking for substance and just like want a Spider-Man punch 'em up, this is,
absolutely. Artwork stunning, and the action sequences, chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I mean, is this like a limited run, or I
thought it was a limited run.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I don't know how long you're gonna be able to keep this pace issue after issue.
Yeah, I'm definitely pretty sure it's a limited run, so that's why I don't mind it. Like I said, I absolutely love the artwork, and it's worth the money for the book itself is worth the artwork. So
yeah, I mean, I get you can't have like a talky issue when the title's nonstop Spider-Man.
Oh, read the new Legends of the Dark Knight. Yeah, once I'm not fighting with DC, I will do that. Russell. Yeah,
it's digital, because I told him I guess what is it, May? I think they're gonna start putting it out in prints. I'm like, if I don't read the digital before then, yeah, I'm probably gonna pick it up in print.
Oh well, it's digital. Okay.
It's digital first.
I don't have to go anywhere. Fine.
Yeah, it's digital. Yeah, digital first. Yes. Oh, and of course, Russell's playing up Zemo big this summer. So. Oh yes, he's talking to J.M. DeMatteis, our buddy. Yes.
Oh great, lovely man to interview. Honestly.
Yes, he is such a nice guy, Russell. You're gonna have a great time with him.
This is J.M. DeMatteis, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
That's a weird flex, but okay, Philip.
I mean, hey, we were talking last night about Ed Brubaker and stuff, but I mean, if anyone like deserves some shekels for taking a pre-existing character and doing stuff with them, I think J.M. DeMatteis should get something for Zemo.
I mean, you will get no arguments from me, sir.
I mean, I think he's the one who made
He's
Zemo.
just too much of a class act to actually do that. Ed, not so much.
Well, I'm not, so I'll speak for him. But I mean, no, I think J.M. DeMatteis was like the first guy to take Zemo and make him more than like a two-dimensional character.
Absolutely. So all you kids simping over Zemo, go thank JM, all right?
That's right. Oh, hey, Lilith, here's a selling point. Russell said Legends of the Dark Knight is only 84 cents a piece. Digitally.
I mean, I'm never worried about money. I don't have,
Shears chips off pieces from those bars of gold.
I bought a Thanos ring for no reason.
Wow.
No reason.
I thought you had a flash ring. How many rings do you have?
I have a lot. I actually just saw a new, pretty good, high quality Green Lantern ring.
Ooh.
It's metal. It's made out of onyx and metal, so I kind of want it now. It's like one of those DC limited collector series things.
I told you, I've been going back and forth about pulling the trigger on buying a flash ring and stuff.
Do it. It's worth it. Don't look back. I won't tell Danielle. It'll be between us hands.
Oh my God. Then I was watching Falcon Winter Soldier yesterday. I was like, what about a replica of that shield?
Didn't you have one?
I mean, not one.
You want the big one that costs like $300? The actual like heavy one?
I mean, I want something that looks like that movie, that MCU one.
What is that place? Is it the Geek Den or Geek Zone or something like that? I know you have one at your mall. They have that. The whatever that store is with the Iron Man suit, they have it like back in that section.
I thought I saw one time. It was in GameStop, I think. They had it, but
GameStop's going through it right now, so they probably have nothing.
No, true.
Them not being able to sell PlayStation 5s in the store has really killed GameStop. Shout out to GameStop. So,
but I mean, I bought like a generic one, like I don't know, like 10, 12 years ago. But yeah,
I've been debating: do I want that $3,000 Iron Man suit that I see like at my local comic book shop? I'm just like,
oh man, the FYE. I think it's still at our mall. I think it might be the last one. For the longest time, they had like 2 life-size statues for like, what was it? It was at least $1,000 for both. There was a Batman one and a Deadpool one.
I saw a Spider-Man one actually at another place that sells like all my big Hello Kitty dolls, and I was just like, I kind of want it.
Oh, that's what I said. If I win the lottery, that's what I'm doing. I'm buying I'm building a big house and putting it in a home theater, and like it's going to be like
man cave.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you're gonna be a Leo. Oh my god.
It's gonna look like a literal cave, Lilith Hellfire, and there's gonna be.
Are you gonna have like a big penny and a dinosaur?
No, but I'm just gonna have glass cases with Batman suits and Spider-Man suits and Daredevil suits.
To live the dream, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I did get some actual authentic merch from the Wonder Woman 84 movie and Birds of Prey. Should be here like Wednesday or whatever. I was just like, it's cheap, it's fine. It was under like $150. It's like actual stuff from the movie. So I was just like, all right, whatever.
And my home theater would have a hidden door that you could only open with a Shakespeare bust. Thank you.
Living the dream, Phil. Living the dream.
Russell, why aren't Goblin gliders a real thing? Because people can't drive. Ask Lilith. Nobody.
I mean, you know what? Get yourself a hoverboard, and I'm sure online there's like a little plan for like the hobgoblin thing, the actual glider. And just put it on a hoverboard. You gotta pretend.
Yes, Russell, go get some sleep.
Ooh, you're talking to Mr. Allred? Nice.
Yeah, they're gonna talk some Maelstrom. Yes.
Well, you get some sleep. Rest up for that interview.
Yes. You say Quasar's name is gonna come up. They're talking some Maelstrom. Yeah.
Phil's just on there trolling. Hey,
Hey.
What did this say?
But you're gonna promote hoverboards. I'm like, yeah. If you want to throw yourself into a wall, right, Lilith Hellfire?
I mean, I've got the hang of it now. It's just that first initial. The learning curve is steep, but once you learn, I was like, it's not like a skateboard like I thought it would be because I ride skateboards all the time. So yeah, it's just your gravity center is going to be a little different, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool.
God, hoverboard. Just because you're the height of a 13-year-old, come on.
They're cool, guys. They're cool. They're a fun way to get around on the beach.
I
remember, I lived that beach life. # beach life.
I want a hoverboard that hovers.
Well, if they would stop suppressing the technology. We can't actually go back to the future now. So if it was actually a real thing and he had to come back to 2015, he ain't got a hoverboard. Just saying.
Crappy internet. Yeah, I know. All right, so should we get out of here?
Yes, on that note, give the kids the homework. Let the sponsors eat, and then we can go.
All right, kids. So next time we do more Spider-Girl. So, of course, Spider-Girl 2 and 3 next time. So do your reading, come back, and then in 2 weeks we'll do issues 4 and 5. So to round out May, and then of course
be like Russell, send feedback.
Yes,
and then troll us live.
Wait a minute, Russell said I may or may not have a Hobgoblin mask suit coming soon.
Ooh.
Don't do that, Russell. She's like a kid. She's like, oh, he has one. I have to have a Hobgoblin suit.
I'm still in the middle of collecting all my DC masks, so
I know she has a Deathstroke mask. Anyway,
Harley Quinn, 3 Batman ones, Black Panther,
and we all know which room those are in, kids.
This room, my recording room.
Recording has started. Hang them on the wall. Anyway, so send your feedback on all the upcoming Spider-Girl stuff. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Oh, yeah, and like I said, in June, we're going to be doing the Spider-Man annuals for Atlantis Attack, so send your thoughts on those. Follow Comic Capers on Facebook, Twitter. Find links to all of our various social medias, links to this YouTube channel, links to merch. Stay hydrated.
It's nobody's business what you're drinking.
Links to Capes and Lunatics Patreon, the Southgate Media Group Patreon, links to everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And please support our sponsors at Tweaked Audio. Hear those nobodies coming after you in crystal clear HD quality. Crystal clear HD quality.
Yes, Tweaked Audio is the best. We have a coupon code. Use Southgate. And we also have another place you can use that coupon code to help Hunt a Killer, because Michelle Gray needs your help. Come on, Batman crossover with freaking Hunt a Killer.
Oh, look at that Joker mask.
It's the one where he cut his face off. That whole thing.
That's right, kid. Oh, I was gonna say did the Joker do it first, but no, Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight did it first.
Moon Knight cut a face off first. Yes. So yeah, use the code Southgate for both of those for discounts. And also go pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback, audio version.
Audiobook coming soon.
Learn the ins and outs of podcasting from the experts and Robert Southgate. But you can pick that out on Amazon, and when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and Mr. Nobody himself, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain.
He's the one who
Master
lurks.
Doom. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
He is the one who pods.
Mark my words.
Lilith.
If you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on the Clock app itself, TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69. Come be a cringe millennial or older with me, please.
You and more now. For the mask,
Not in the face.
and it's a Spider-Man.
Bye, Felicia.
Can we get a decent Joker's daughter storyline, for the love of God?
I don't know. Your girl punchline is taking all the attention now. So, oh no, is she going to be the new Joker's daughter?
No,
No,
they're not going that route.
she's the second wife. I forgot. Never mind.
Not even that. She just actually wants to be an equal partner, which I find Joker's not here for that either, because he is a misogynist at the end of the day, and she's going to have to learn that the hard way.
Oh, Joker doesn't respect any human being.
Exactly. So maybe we can do a punchline episode to piss Charlie Esser off one of these days if we ever get any more about punchline. So
There you go. So thank you for joining us for that Batman talk on your Spider-Man podcast. Again,
leave it to Lilith.
I thought you
Sorry, Ray.
come back next time for Spider-Girl 2 or 3. But until then, swing on back.
Thwip, thwip, thwip.